If we remove everything pointless from an imperfect life, and it would lose even its imperfection. I was always hungry for love. Just once I wanted to know what it was like to get my fill of it. To be fed so much love I couldn't take any more. Just once. One foot in front of the other. Repeat as often as necessary to finish. Maybe it's just hiding somewhere or gone on a trip to come home, but falling in love is always a pretty crazy thing. People tend to fall in love without reason, without even wanting to. You can't predict it. That's love. Even if we could turn back, we'd probably never end up back where we started. In the midst of life, everything revolved around death. What we call the present is given shape by an accumulation of the past. Narrow minds devoid of imagination, intolerance theories cut off from reality, empty terminology, usurped ideals, inflexible systems, those are the things that really frighten me. What we seek is some kind of compensation for what we put up with. The answer is dreams. Dreaming on and on. Entering the world of dreams and never coming out. Living in dreams for the rest of time. The better you are able to imagine what you wanted to imagine, the farther you could flee from reality. Two people can sleep in the same bed and still be alone when they close their eyes. I realize full well how hard it must be to go on living alone in a place from which someone has left you. But there is nothing so cruel in this world as the desolation of having nothing to hope for. For a long time, she had a special place in my heart. I kept this special place just for her, like a reserve sign on a quiet corner table in a restaurant, despite the fact that I was sure I'd never see her again. What happens when people open their hearts? They get better. The human heart is like a night bird, silently waiting for something, and when the time comes, it flies straight toward it. Don't let appearances fool you. There's always only one reality. The most important thing we learn at school is the fact that most important things cannot be learned at school. Fact may not be truth, and truth may not be factual. The light of morning decomposes everything. Closing your eyes isn't going to change anything. Nothing's going to disappear just because you can't see what's going on. Only a coward closes his eyes. Taking crazy things seriously is a serious waste of time. Every one of us is losing something precious to us. Lost opportunities, lost possibilities, feelings we can never get back again. That's part of what it means to be alive. Despite your best efforts, people are going to be hurt when it's time for them to be hurt. A certain type of perfection can only be realized through a limitless accumulation of the imperfect. Listen up, there is no war that will end all wars. Unfortunately, the clock is ticking, the hours are going by, The past increases and the future recedes, possibilities decreasing and regrets are mounting. I never trust people with no appetite. It's like they're always holding something back on you. Most everything you think you know about me is nothing more than memories. Taking crazy things seriously is a serious waste of time. Every one of us is losing something precious to us. Lost opportunities, lost possibilities, feelings we can never get back again. That's part of what it means to be alive. Despite your best efforts, people are going to be hurt when it's time for them to be hurt. Listen, every object's in flux. They don't stay in one form or another, or in one place forever. I don't know what I want, and if that's the case, as my ex-wife said, I'd only hurt people. Unfortunately, the clock is ticking. The hours are going by, the past increases and the future recedes. Possibilities decreasing and regrets, they are mounting. I never trust people with no appetite. It's like they're always holding something back on you. Memories warm you up from the inside, but they can also tear you apart. Her cry was the saddest sound of orgasm that I had ever heard. What I think is this: you should give up looking for lost cats and start searching for the other half of your shadow. What happens when people open their hearts? They get better. I'd be smiling and chatting away, and my mind would be floating around somewhere else, like a balloon with a broken string. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. Silence, I discover, is something you can actually hear. If you can love someone with your whole heart, even one person, then there's salvation in life, even if you can't get together with that person. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Only assholes do that. I have this strange feeling that I am not myself anymore. It's hard to put into words, but I guess it's like I was fast asleep, and someone came, disassembled me, and hurriedly put me back together again. That sort of feeling. No matter how much suffering you went through, you never wanted to let go of those memories. If you remember me, then I don't care if everyone else forgets. Despite your best efforts, people are going to be hurt when it's time for them to be hurt. I dream. Sometimes I think that's the only right thing to do. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Nobody likes being alone that much. I don't go out of my way to make friends, that's all. It just leads to disappointment. If you only read the books that everyone else is reading, you can only think what everyone else is thinking. What is your favorite quote? Please let us know in the comments below.